Maji tayari shughuli imemalizika. Simba wameshalamba bilioni zao 26.1 dhidi ya MBET ambao wamekuwa wadhamini wakuu baada ya kuachana na SportPesa. Na hapa nipo na mtu wa La Liga ambaye yeye amekuja Tanzania hapa kwa ajili ya kuangalia soka la Tanzania kwa vilabu vyote nchini. Tuweze kujua namna ambavyo amejipanga yeye na ambavyo ameona tukio zima la leo la Simba kutangaza bilioni zao 26 kwa MBET.
Habari.
Salama.
Salama. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Yeah? Habari kaka, I speak a little bit Swahili. I'm trying to, yeah. Last time I had no idea. So now, getting in touch with you guys, with the press, is going to be easy, you know, to learn some words. So it takes time. So step by step, Swahili is really tough. But give me some time. And next time, the interview is going to be in Swahili, okay?
That's good. 26.1 billion. How do you see this in the development of football in Tanzania?
Well, I think that's a great deal. By joining forces at one of the top clubs in Tanzania, such as Simba, together with one of the top betting companies in Tanzania, you know, MBET, I think it will only bring glory and success for the club. So I think it's a massive deal for both of them, and I think it's going to work quite well. Yeah.
What do you think that Simba Sports Club for their development and shows that they can do which and things that will make them to be developed more and more?
I have to tell you that's a great question, okay? Because it is not just about Simba, but I think all of the clubs here in Tanzania, they have to make an effort when it comes to investing money in the youth academies. I think that's the future. So the thing is that we have to start from scratch. We don't need to look at the top clubs, but you know, from the bottom, we have to start building, you know, the academies. And once again, it's not just Simba. All of the clubs, if they want to become more competitive, if they want to grow, they have to invest in youth academies.
As you say, Tanzanian football, that many clubs have their academies, but they don't have any power compared to other nations. How do you see the Academy of Tanzania? Yeah,
of course. I think there is a lack of vision sometimes, if you want me to be honest with you. It is not about thinking the short term, but instead the long term. By bringing players to the first teams to reach the elite, it takes time. And the thing is that the clubs, they need to understand that they have to make these investments if they want to keep growing, if they want to be much more competitive, if they want to bring these kids, you know, through the different stages, age stages, you know, in the clubs. They need to invest money in the youth academies. I think it's the only way, you know, but it takes time and it takes effort. And it is not just this club, but the Tanzanian Football Federation, all the clubs, Asan, Yanga, Coastal Union, most of them, they need to understand, you know, and they have to look in the future, not just in the short term. That's the key.
How do you see the difference for investment of the club in Tanzania and Spain?
Well, actually, our culture, you got the best example in the world, FC Barcelona, yeah? They try to bring and to coach players from very early ages. So I think this should be one example for all the clubs all around the world. FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, Sevilla, Valencia, Villarreal, most of the clubs, they got a very strong academies. They invest a lot of money in the academies to be able to bring players in the future, and somehow they will be the top players in the next generations in the future. So I think you don't need to look back, you know, a long time ago. You just need to look back now, how it works in Spain, for instance, which we have one of the most powerful academies in the world, you know, not just Real Madrid or FC Barcelona. Most of the clubs, they have a very strong structure and they are able to develop players. I think that's a great example for Tanzanian Football Federation or all the clubs, you know, to look at these clubs. Yeah.
Since you came in Tanzania, there is two clubs main in Tanzania. That's Simba and Yanga. Have you heard about them, and how do you see the difference between that club?
Between Yanga and Simba? Well, I think they are the most powerful teams here in Tanzania. Yeah, I think when they play against each other, it's a clash and people go wild. But the thing is that if you want to have a strong league, a competitive league, it shouldn't be just about two teams. Instead, there should be more teams which can compete against Yanga and Simba. Otherwise, you are going to be very competitive in a national scale, just here in Tanzania. But then, when you have friendly games against other teams across Europe or Africa, you are going to be struggling. So you are going to be in trouble. So the thing is that the most important thing for a league to be competitive is that it doesn't exist just one or two clubs. Should be like 5, 6, 7 competitive, really strong clubs fighting for the title, not just Simba or Yanga. That's the key for the development of the football.
But the way you see that there are only two teams for Tanzania that are very big, and others are not big like as you said that they have to be more than 5 teams which are very competitive. But Tanzanian league is very strong. Or
what can I say? I have no experience yet. Just give me some time and I will tell you maybe in the next month. But I think Coastal Union is doing well. Assam, Simba, Yanga, maybe Dodoma, Digi. There are some clubs, they have potential. I think the talent is out there. The question is, do you have in Tanzania talented players? Of course you do. But you need to find those talented players. You need to give them, the environment to make them grow. And Tanzanian football is going to be much more competitive. So the key to me, in my humble point of view, is that Tanzania must compete in international tournaments and championships like CAF, like World Cup, if they want to play in the World Cup. So in order to do so, they need to build strong academies. That's the key. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember the names of the players, but there is a centre back, with this hair, which is quite strong and tough. And I like the way he defends. I think he has a very strong mentality. The mindset is good when it comes to defend, and I think he could be an example for the rest of the players when things are not going well. He tries to be, very calm. He's really tough when it comes to defending, and I think that's an example. I don't know if you know the guy I'm telling you, this centre back.
Inonga.
Yeah, okay, I don't know the names, okay, but I will try to get used. I think that kind of players, makes a team stronger. I think he's the captain as well, I'm not sure. And I think he's an example for the youngers, for the young players. When they come out to the first team, I think, young players should be, looking at this guy like an example, yeah.
What do you think that Tanzania can need to know about football?
Tanzania, to be honest with you, Tanzanian fans are crazy, I think this nation is crazy about football, and that's a good thing because people love football. They are football fans, and they support teams wherever they are. If you are in Dodoma, if you are here in Dar es Salaam, if you are in Tanga, you can find really good clubs and fans as well. And the thing is that they should be focused on several aspects to keep growing. And that's very important from the Tanzanian Football Federation to make sure that all the clubs are on the same page. So this is the only way to, to progress. And if they don't do this, they are going to be competitive just in the national scale, not international.
Okay, thank you for your time. Mtu kutoka Hispania ambaye amekwenda kuzungumzia mkataba wa Simba na MBET, lakini pia amezungumzia kwa upana wake ligi kuu ya Tanzania, yani NBC, ambavyo anazidi kuendelea hivi sasa na kwa ubora wake, lakini pia amemwagia sifa Inonga, beki, akiamini kwamba ni beki ambaye anafanya vizuri, namna ambavyo anacheza vizuri, lakini pia namna ambavyo Tanzania inahitaji kushiriki katika mashindano makubwa ya bara la Afrika ili kuweza kujiwekea pazuri, lakini pia kuweka historia kubwa kwa upande wa soka la Tanzania. Mimi naitwa Mhispania Apongeza Udhamini.